Hey, what's up, Zach?
What's up, buddy?
Not much, man. Ready to drink some scotch? What's up, Tater, Ben, Jigs? Cheers, everybody.
Always, always ready to drink some scotch. Oh, you know
Oh,
what?
what a shock, right?
I totally forgot that I can do this,
Oh
and it
yeah,
makes every.
you can be not so like
I,
microscopic.
I'm so used to Instagram that
Yeah,
when we transition like this, it
yeah.
sometimes it's difficult. So, no, man, I was running behind too because Sarah and Zoe got home at the same time. So, um,
Oh yeah, let me
but
see.
yeah, man, try to.
Instagram.
Trying to I'm gonna open a couple of bottles tonight. I got my shipment from Royal Mile Whiskeys. So I got the two new uh Aquavite Loch Lomond bottles.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna open one of those, and then I got a North Star Spirits, and they did a blended Scotch whiskey, but the blend is 75% grain, 25% malt.
Nice.
So it's mostly grain whiskey. It's got great color
Oh,
on
what's
it too,
up,
dude.
Dave? Clint, I knew someone was gonna say something. It's just hot as balls, man. That's all it is.
Duh, 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 duh.
It was so hot. I was like, screw it. I even told Steve, I was like, man, I don't think I've ever
Oh
been
yeah.
sleeveless on a live
Listen,
before.
man.
It's just
Dave.
hot.
I
Oh, I'm fine with it. Don't get me wrong. Uh, yeah, so I poured some Campbelltown Lock. I didn't have a whole lot of it left, and I was sitting here sipping and drinking with Steve.
mm, I mean, honestly, for what I paid for the bottle, it was in that price range of your classic Doers, your classic Chivas, But I think presented a little bit better, if I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken. Yeah, 45 and a half. So, you know, mild chill filtration. You know what I mean?
yeah,
It's good. It's good. It's good. It's a good warm up. It'll be a good warm up. Cause
yeah. Because I plan on jumping to a couple different things.
yeah, man. So, any updates on the store?
So I just was online. Well, I was on a call today where we were sitting there putting an application through for this. So hopefully, I should hear something the next day or two. It's been an
Okay.
ongoing. It's just been an ongoing
Hey,
biz.
listen. I was talking with. I went on with the clowns last night,
Yeah.
and I was talking to Danny because Danny's the one that handles all that stuff. And I think he went through somebody called Sage.
Sage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. It works for them. Him and both of those guys. Nick from the Goat Cigar Club is using the same thing.
Oh, okay. Well, wait, I'll see what I got put to this other one. I'm gonna wait and see what it does. If it doesn't do that, then I'll go look at that.
So I don't know if it
I want like
make.
some crazy stuff. They want you to have like everything on your shop that you're gonna sell. It's like, well, there's always going to be new things added. So I
Yeah,
don't know what you want me to say.
I mean
Yeah,
we have what's out there now.
right. But because we have a saver for the clusterfuck, they want to know what is that, what's going to go in there, what's going to
It's
be
a
for sale.
private group.
Like I said, it's just a private group
It's a
membership.
membership. It's a
Yeah,
membership.
yeah. So super glad Dave liked the Valor.
Awesome, man. Appreciate the post.
Yeah, yeah. We have that HERF this Friday.
We do have that herf this Friday.
This Friday.
Well, you are a fat ass toad. You're the one's been
I've been
crapping on
told a
my.
lot of things, but I don't know. I've been really
No,
messed up.
no, 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 dude. I mean, I can pick him up, but he'd probably piss all over me. I don't really want to deal with that right now. Oh man. Oh, dude, he's turning around backwards. Everybody, dude, he's pulling his Zach. He's pulling his Zach. Y'all see this?
Well, it's
Y'all
throwing
see
so much
this?
of a shadow. over the face from the lights up above. I can't stand it. I hate.
I mean, you just
hate
gotta
it.
know how to wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, you got to have the grape for it.
it's
I
gotta
just love that.
it's gotta be like the your thing. And
There, I'm gonna do that. There, I'll just like pick this up this way. Do this.
He's doing his best David Beckham impersonation.
That's right. I'll get the old spiky thing up there.
He's gonna bend it like Beckham. Oh man, so what you gonna smoke, dude? Oh, since I got
now I'm actually on a new world. I have an AJ for name.
I got you. I got mine in the mail, so I can go back to smoking.
Nice.
So.
Nice. No, I'll probably end up there because I know I'm doing a Highland Park.
Dude. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with this. It's like a better version. It's like a better version of Doers.
Huh.
Like just like an elevated version. Just presented just those few, percentage points higher, 4.5 points higher. Yeah. And it makes all the difference in the world.
But we know that happens in bourbon too, right? With plenty of things. You have a 3 to 4 point swing. There's a ton of stuff. Yeah, that's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Ben. Highland Park is in danger already. It's already been opened. So.
Yeah, it's always in danger. It's good. It's just good stuff, man.
Well, and and I don't necessarily like sit around and nurse things.
No, that's just not your style.
Mm-mm. Yeah, Chris couldn't join us tonight. He had some things he had to take care of, so we'll just be us in here tonight.
They're trying to get back in the swing of things for back
kids
to school,
going back to school and high school sports or junior high sports or whatever. I don't. You know what? I loved it. I remember it. I'm glad I'm not dealing with it. I had 3 kids in high school. Well, I had 4 go through completely, but you always had 2 at the same time doing different sports for years and years and years. Hey, Gary, I was sad too, buddy. I was sad too. What's up, Stacy? What's up?
Interesting.
Cheers. Yeah, France.
All right, man.
I was bummed, but I get it. Life is busy.
But we have a franchise.
We have a franchise. Yeah. Hey, Stacy, did your old man get his hat? He should have got his hat. The last time I saw her, she was supposed to take a hat and she forgot. So I delivered one via the Traveler.
The Ben Express?
The Ben Express. And I'll tell you what, that freaking Campbelltown lock is so good for that price.
Dude, listen, I opened a freaking Springbank 10 and was disappointed.
Yeah.
I was disappointed at what I opened versus what I could have spent $20 less on.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they're sitting on the shelf. It's wild, man.
I need to Venmo you because I'm going to need some. I'm out. What's up, Mr. Marty McLeod? Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, everybody. Listen. Here's what I'm really excited about, though. Single cast Loch Lomond, 12-year-old. Where's everybody knows what that one is, If you're in the know, if you're a barfly. We got unpeated, natural colored, cask strength, 53.1. In a first fill bourbon barrel.
I have Loch Lomond over there somewhere.
Do you? This is now,
Actually, I have a lock woman as well.
Oh, dang! You lucky son of a gun. Who was talking about that? Somebody was talking about being able to find those. Dude, they're gone. I think they all stay in Dallas is what I think. I think they all stay in Dallas, and we don't get shit down here in Houston, even though Houston buys more whiskey.
Yeah.
They placate us with a, here you go, here's a a case of 10.
Yeah. Oh, we sent you guys some. That's some horse manure. Well, I'm going to pour something else because I had it sitting here and there
It's
ain't
a
a
good
whole lot.
looking color, man.
I am going to go to Garden American.
Oh, come on. It's a great bottle.
Dude, that's the I mean, there's certain bottles here that I could just, the ones that I really like, I could just buy and sit on those and just drink.
That's such a drink.
It's a great,
and it's a refreshing flavor profile. You know what I mean? It is.
it's one of the few ones. Okay, I'd say that wrong. It's one of my preferred ones that I would be perfectly happy having it on the rocks at poolside.
Oh,
because it's so light, it's so crisp. I will say this: so me and the wife went to Cracker Barrel. Right, we were both hankering like some old fashioned food, and we don't really do that anymore. And all of the family members that used to do that for me are long gone. And so I was like, man, I had a hankering for some meat. But I haven't had that since I was a kid. And so we went down there. They had what did they have? What is it that you have champagne and orange juice? What is that called?
Mimosas.
Okay. They had Granny Smith green apple mimosas. They were.
So I'm assuming it was Roy's bottle. Dan. I don't know.
Talking about the cleaner. I was like, there's no way Roy had a green apple. You done ADHD over to the comments.
I'm assuming you went on Sunday morning.
No, it's on their regular menu now. We went.
They just have a mimosa on the menu.
Dude, they have alcohol at Cracker Barrel now.
Okay. I mean that's cool. I mean,
yeah, it was weird. I remember the first time I went and they had it. I was like, "What do you guys got booze in here for?" I had a margarita, or not a margarita. I had a Bloody Mary for breakfast there one day.
I mean, okay.
Bloody Marys. I'm having Bloody Mary. Like, listen, I can tell you now. Every time I go to First Watch, I am getting a Bloody Mary with the $1 million bacon in it, and their shit is on fire. Me and Bridget are so hooked on First Watch now, it ain't even funny.
Oh, it's my problem is sometimes it's really good, other times it's inconsistent.
Well, mine's always been consistent.
I mean, I bless you,
Yeah.
Oh wow. Take that like traditional Loch Lomond.
That's funny stuff. Yeah, and I was so she, Bridget likes her cocktails, and she got one, and I tried it, and I was like, you know what, that was pretty good. And I was impressed that it had,
they hit the spot every now.
They hit the spot. I mean, it's been like blazing hot, and she likes a cocktail, so.
There's nothing wrong with that, man.
No.
Sometimes you just want it cold,
That's right. That's right.
I mean, if it's gonna be like, if I'm gonna be hot, I'm like, dude, just give me a julep, dude. Just give me a julep. I'm happy.
I'm pretty good with a couple different things. I mean, there's
That's
some
my
things that
that's my like, middle of the day. It's hot outside. You know, just give me a julep.
I usually just make I just pick a cocktail of the day for myself when we're out at the pool, and I'll just make a lot of
Just
it.
batch them up.
Yeah, I make one big huge batch of strawberry daiquiris for the girls, and then whatever they'll sit there. I
That's
put them in their koozies with their little things, and they'll sit there and just slurp on them in the pool, and then they'll eventually get out of the pool and try to stand up, and they're like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "You got to get your sea legs."
just about to
Then you
say
got to
it
get
took
your
forever.
alcohol legs, and you got to get it all figured out because you're about to eat shit over the side of the deck. Uh, yeah, I got the old one finger salute today from my wife when she came home from work.
Oh, I usually get that from Zoe, but it's two fingers.
I got
I get
I got the good old
or
one.
I should say two hands, one finger each.
Well, Bridget comes home from teaching and then has to turn around and go right down to the shop. So when she does that, she stopped in and got changed, and she went out there, and the pump's pumping really good, so I'm in a little swirly thing floating around just out the pool, and she's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And I was like, "Love you. I'll see you in a couple hours. Go work."
Well, I mean,
Well, she's got her station all set up, Zach. She's got all her stuff. She has everything.
okay.
Now it's just she's got to finish, a little bit more time of doing this and that, and then I imagine she's about a month away from putting ink to skin.
That's awesome. She
Yeah.
gonna get all the the necessary certs and all that.
Well, she's doing everything through the shop that is my buddy's shop.
Yeah.
And he'll do everything right, whatever they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just.
Yeah. She'll do whatever she has to do and all that stuff. And I told her, I said, it ain't too late to go into real estate. And she's like, I'm not being a real estate. I was like, whoa, that's what I wanted her to do. I wanted her to jump into real estate to do shit for us. He's like, no, I want to go tattoo. And I was like, all right, I want to go tattoo.
That suits her better, anyways.
You know what? She'll have a good time and she'll like it.
It'll scratch her. It'll give her a way to scratch that artistic itch. Yep.
Yeah. No, she's excited and she's learning. I mean, it's a lot to change from drawing on something to drawing on someone else. And he's doing a good job teaching and showing this. And going through and doing an apprenticeship and that stuff is what it is, right? It takes some time.
You just gotta be patient. Her first no regrets tat coming soon.
Yeah, that's true.
You see that? I got
my no regrets.
Such a great.
That was such a funny thing. I'm saying what? She's so committed to doing stuff right that won't be the case. It's exciting. I mean, like even he was like, dude, he said, I never thought I'd be apprenticing, a woman in her 50s leaving the teaching profession. He said, this is so fun. He said, it's not like these young people. She actually shows up and does what she's supposed to.
Well, she's gonna take it a lot more serious, and that for him is
well, this is her exit strategy, right? She is spent on teaching, and I don't blame her, man. I don't blame her. This year's better than last year. Last year was brutal. I thought last year was gonna break her. She was just parents, dude, fucking parents. I mean, even that with she had a couple kids that were really bad last year. And you're not allowed to do anything. You're not allowed to discipline. You're not allowed.
See, that's the problem. Like when administration is not stepping in to support the way that they should,
right.
And they're pushing it off onto the teacher. but then they're not giving the teacher any authority to do anything about said behaviors.
Right.
You know.
Well, not only
I
that,
mean,
but if a parent's unhappy with anything, they go back and try to reprimand the teacher over it. Well, parents are douchebags, man. They all think their kids are safe.
well,
They're not. Your kids are idiots. Trust me.
yeah.
Your kid is usually lying because that's what little elementary
Well,
do. Did you do this?
not
No.
well. I mean, for their age, it's not necessarily that it's that, but it's just like there's no support coming from administration, and then when there's no support coming from the parents at home because they're not, they're not being a partner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, well, I send my kid to school, you have to teach him. Well, when I send him home, you need to teach him manners. You know what I mean? Like that's, but she can't say that. You know what I mean?
She had a student last year.
I
She
know.
was asking to go to the bathroom every 30 minutes, and the parent called and said that if he needs to go, he needs to go, and you need to let him, and you need to ask him if he needs to go. And so every time he asked to go to the bathroom, she had to let him, no matter what was happening. She had no choice. And the kid would literally be gone for like half
10.
hour. She's like, you know what? I'm teaching. I can't help he's not there.
Oh,
So, I mean,
dude.
she last year. Now this year she's got a much better class. Seems like she's coming home a little bit better, but
With a little bit less stress.
yeah. But I mean, it's like everything. So I told her, I said, listen, we find a way out that makes about the same. I said, I'm in. I don't care.
I mean, well, she's gonna have to start an Instagram profile. You know what I mean?
Oh, trust me. The girls have everything. Listen, Bailey's coming home, and Belle and Brista and all them guys. They're already like ready to document and do everything. So she's got a staff. They're all taking turns saying, "Who's going to be the first one to get to be the canvas?"
I figured it'd be you.
Listen. If the girls want to go first, and more power to them. They got a long way to catch up to me. I got a lot.
Oh.
And besides, in the beginning, she'll be doing a lot of like black line. She'll be doing like, simple stuff. All my stuff is not simple.
Practicing pulling that straight line,
Yeah, she'll do her stuff. Anything that I do, I'll go through and do it with them. If I go do any more. I've thought about connecting everything from side to side, doing a whole total upper chest. I mean, I already have like here, the whole back.
Just something that like fills it all in. Yeah.
I'll fill it all in and get in shape and admire myself. And then I'll gain weight. And
that's a horrible thing to imagine.
What, admiring yourself, dude?
No,
I do it every day.
Oh God, dude,
I do it every day. Hey, listen, ain't nobody else going to do it. Someone's got to. Might as well be me.
Oh shit, man. That's awesome.
Hey, listen, there ain't nobody that loves me more than me. That's a fact. That doesn't mean that there's days that I don't like me. I just always love me.
Dude, why is this thing so good?
It is. It is so good.
It's
every time I have it, it's like I love when I take a break from it and I go and I have other cigars that I really like. So that's I'll have cigars that I really like. And then I'll come back and I'll have that. And I'm like, oh, why do I like that so much more?
It's not about I don't know. For me, it's not more. I really like the profile. The way that it.
I enjoy the significant changes. I feel like when I smoke one, I smoke like 3 different cigars. Some days 4, depending on my profile.
Yeah.
I don't smoke them when I golf because I don't have the time to appreciate it. But when I get done after a golf, I usually have about 4 cigars on a golf course. And then I'll get done and I'll come home and I'll be like, okay, I'm going to jump at the pool and then I'll have a Valor. And I'm like, oh,
It just hits, man. It just
Well, I was happy, because I got a message from Dave, and he was really happy with it. And I've had a lot of positive feedback. Matter of fact, I haven't had any negative feedback. I had one person had one and they smoked it right away and had a hard draw, and I was like, you got to let it set, man. That isn't the stick. That's the humidity, the freezing. You got to let it rest.
give it a pump the brakes.
I know how hard it is to do that because I want to do the same thing. You've been waiting for it.
I almost pulled out one of those the OGT Stallones, but I was like, dude, those just came in yesterday.
Yeah, mine just came in yesterday too.
Wait till the end of the week. They'll be all right. Typically, I find that like my cigars have more trouble coming from the East Coast than they do the West Coast. And I think that's because they start off with more humidity in the West Coast. So when they get to me, like they can stand to lose a little bit.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And they tend to even out a little bit faster. So can't complain there. But I'm gonna make a comment. I'm gonna make a comment. Chris isn't here. I wish this was a little bit bigger. I wish it was a little bit bigger.
I can't.
It's our battalion, but it's
the one with the back piece.
The filigree.
Yeah.
I wish this was a little bit bigger.
We'll flip that back piece around. Let me see it. Hey, dude, the artwork on that back piece is awesome.
Dude, I can't.
You're gonna have to actually turn around. That's okay. It's on the website. It's on the website.
It is, man. Go see it. It looks better in person, honestly.
Cheers, fellas.
I think this part needs to be just a tad bit bigger. Just a smidge.
Yeah.
Because like when we're wearing on here, it's hard to read.
Yeah. Well, and I've been in the sun all day, so everything's hard to read.
No.
Ben,
that's only my OnlyFans, and I'm not allowed to give out that link here. Bobby already told me no.
Yeah, no, I mean there ain't no doubt about it. I think it's awesome. The graphic design that was in that is great.
No, it's listen, I'll tell you what, guys. Listen, the quality of the shirts is awesome. Yeah. What I really like about it? It's breathable.
Yeah, they're really
nicely.
light.
It's nicely light.
They don't shrink when you wash them. I've washed them many times. The fabric's good. They're breathable. They're not clingy to you. They're just really nice, comfortable fitting shirts. I was gonna wear my Great American Hero, but it's just hot. And humidity's way up right now. And I ain't gonna sit here and just stick. So Mr. Creekshaw wants to know, what scotch do you all have for? Right now, I am drinking on a cash strength Ardent American. I am drinking 5 Ardent American.
Single cask Loch Lomond, done by Aquavite. Straight up ex-bourbon barrel, first fill. Nice stuff. It's sometimes first fills, they release them a little young. They're
Spayburn 16. I have a Spayburn 17 I was eyeballing.
Oh man. It's got a great nose, dude. There's loads of honey on this.
Yeah.
You get that light.
I have a Highland Park cash strength number 1 that I'm going to go to tonight. I may go to that 27 Linkwood, just for the hell of it, because it's yummy.
You didn't need to remind me that I had that bottle.
Hey, you have a 27-year-old Linkwood.
Dude, that's a for for the month for the money that we paid for that bottle.
Oh, that was a
200
steal.
$250 is
Yeah, that was a good price. That was a really
wonderful.
Good, yeah.
This is really nice, though. It's a 12-year age statement. There's still a good zing, from that first fill bourbon barrel.
Oh, those are good. So is your Lafroig 10s your cask strength, right? Or is it just straight Lafroig 10? Because the Lafroig 10 cask strength, I can't even keep them in the house. They last like very, very, very short amount of time. I drink them so fast. Trust me, if I had an unlimited freaking stretch of money, my Scotch collection would be substantial compared to my bourbon collection. Well, granted, I still love my bourbon stuff. Don't get me wrong. But,
The problem is you when you got into Scotch, you never bought Scotch like you bought bourbon.
Well, I was doing bourbon for years and years and years.
But even during that time, it's not like you were still okay. I may pick up a bottle here or there, but it wasn't like you were like with your bourbon buying days. You know what I'm saying? You were buying 3 and 4 bottles and a weekend.
Well, because the price point's different. I mean, that's the real big deal, right? Is the price point's a lot different because it wasn't like I was going out there just getting the regular off the shelfers. I mean, I want the cask strength stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, like stuff like the Port Charlotte 10s, the heavily peated, the Isla Barleys from Bruichladdich.
But that stuff's not here. That's the problem. We don't have them here. I've never seen a Port Charlotte.
So y'all get no Bruichladdich whatsoever. No.
So we have Bruichladdich, but we only have the.
Oh, I forgot. Y'all are controlled. I forgot. Y'all have the.
So since I believe since we're so close to Kentucky, everybody thinks you're bourbon only. So the Scotch is very limited. I bet you if I went to my store and counted the different number of Scotches, it would probably be about 20.
Wow.
Can't imagine it being more than that. And most of the blends, Glenlivet's, Glenfiddich's, which I have those.
Of course. I mean, those are classics. Then you've got your blended stuff, your Chevises, your Regals, your Dewar's, your pig nose, monkey shoulder. That, stuff that's only good for a cocktail, truthfully. A quarter. No, Scotch is more like Scotch is probably 60-40 bourbon to and I'm you know what? And I'm gonna call that American whiskey versus Scottish whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lump all the bourbons, all the rye, all the malts, all of that goes in America.
I'd say 5% or less of my collection is Scotch.
Yeah, it's I turned sooner than you. You know what I mean? I left
bourbon. 14 sherry cask.
What's a 14?
JD, his next pour is Glen Talker's 14 sherry cask. JD flexing now that he's all retired and stuff.
I like Glen Talkers. I like Glen Talkers, man. Glen Talkers, Glen Turret, those.
I can tell you in the last 4 years, I've drank more than 400 bottles.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Easy. Probably more. Hey, Steve, you think it's more than 400?
Pretty damn close.
I'd say at least.
Well, hold on. Didn't you guys take it to the recycling bin? Wasn't it like 180 bottles?
Dude, it was the entire truck bed of my. It was bigger than that. It was the entire truck bed of my truck.
Is Steve still there, dude? Wait, what's up, Steve? How you doing, buddy?
Right.
We filled the whole truck bed above the fender wells.
That's awesome.
Well, there was a lot of things to discuss, and we had some time. luckily, anything that we thought we should have a backup of, a reserve or something like that, is at his house. So we have that there. So there's things we can fall back on if we want to try it. But most of it is, where'd you go?
That was weird. It like put me in the
You,
back. It put me in the backstage. I was like, did I?
I'm like, what did Zach do?
Well,
I thought at first I thought you highlighted me. I was like, why does Zach have it?
no. I heard my audio kind of fuzz out a little bit, and then it like put me back in the backstage, and I was like, okay.
Must have
Like,
gone off a little
am I
internet.
getting did I get a connection issue? I'll turn my sometimes if I turn my camera off and then let it kind of like rebuffer, and then turn it back on, it helps it. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm not doing it this year, but next year I will definitely have to upgrade some things because I haven't upgraded anything from when I first started YouTube. So I need to upgrade, the lighting again, rechange some lighting, rechange some stuff.
But I mean, shit,
Probably
dude.
put a new camera.
Some of that stuff, has come down. Like you can get some of it so
Oh,
much cheaper, dude.
right.
It's wild. What you can get for the money. Oh, look, there's our buddy, dude. Oh, that's awesome, Ben. Congratulations, dude. That's fantastic. Hypernova was good. Scorch was all right. Those
Good to see you, Ben.
supernovas.
I haven't seen Ben in a while. I mean,
I know.
we share stuff back and forth,
He's
but
been busy. I'm sure. Yeah, we miss you too, buddy. Hope we hope the family's doing well, dude.
yeah.
Hope back to school went smooth.
Oh, so glad that isn't an issue. Well, I mean, I guess it is an issue, right? I'm always getting the wife ready for school.
Hey, listen, dude. You know what, dude? You're looking at it for Johnny and next year.
He's a grand. That's my daughter's job. That ain't my job.
You're still gonna be involved.
Well, he's in preschool now. I mean,
Well, it's not that it's your responsibility.
yeah.
You're still gonna,
Well, I mean, we still go out and buy school clothes and help with stuff
well,
like that.
not
But
even that stuff. It's like you're still. If he doesn't have, if it's a rough start or whatever, you're still gonna have stress over it, dude. So I mean,
he has all. So that's all mom stuff. So yesterday. Wait, was it yesterday? So yesterday, Tuesday was his first day back to preschool. So preschool for him is like school, right?
Yeah.
He gets picked up by the bus. He gets taken to that stuff. This is the first year he took a bus. Usually,
is it pre-K?
well, yes and no. Public school has preschools, which you can go 2 years before you go to.
Okay. See, ours
So
is only 1 year before kindergarten.
Yeah, so this is his second year, but this is the first time he took a school bus. So they were waiting outside, had a little chair and a bus, and he said, "Okay, mommy, bye." Went in there, and Belle called me afterwards. She's like, "Ugh." She was crying, and she's like, "He got on the bus and waved. He was so cute." And I was like, "Oh, it's going to happen to you every year, so it's just going to."
Oh, it is what it is, man.
What's
Listen. I wave to Zoe as she drives away to school.
What's up, Perry? So we're Instagram and YouTube, Perry. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. You guys look good. I saw the family photos and stuff like that. I know you have your new setup and stuff. So
This is for Loch Lomond, man, normally it's at that 40, 46. Bumping it up to 53 really does a lot for this.
oh yeah.
It does a lot, man. There's and listen, anybody that knows me has been around for a while. I'm a sucker for a straight, ex bourbon. Doesn't matter if it's hogshead, freaking barrel, whatever. Just give me a freaking ex-bourbon. This is good. It's right there in the middle with that proof. It's not too. It's just nice. It makes you. You know what? These bottles make me realize that there's $30 freaking Loch Lomans on the shelf that are just fine. I don't need to go spend $80 on a whatever. But I always walk past Loch Lomond. I know. It was good. It was good, Ben. But I compared Hypernova back to the 2019 Supernova, and the Supernova has a richness in it's missing. I think Ardbeg does really well with a slight touch. You need some sherry in there. I think Lafroy can do all straight bourbon barrels better than Ardbeg can, but Ardbeg, you take that mix of bourbon and sherry barrels, that tends to be where I really like to land for Ardbeg. There's something about their process that when you introduce that sherry barrel, it kind of balances out things a little bit better. Bobby posted a link, everybody.
I had a couple of people ask.
If anybody wants it, man.
Scotch and smoking myself.
Oh, dude.
I mean, that Ardnamurchan turns into such a sugar bomb, man, and such a good way.
There's a honey note on this that is really, really pleasant.
So Supernova is the Ardbeg that is the most realistic and mash. Wow.
Yeah, listen, man, and here's the deal, Supernova was, listen, dude, honestly, if you're finding it for freaking $300, it's not a bad deal, buddy. It's really not. Those were MSRP $200 US when they came out. So
yeah, not terrible.
But see, Scorch wasn't the greatest. I liked Bizarbecue. I thought was a much better, limited release. And Scorch was in that 125, 130 range for price whenever they came out. And the Bizarbecues were $90, and I was like, okay. Like, the only reason I bought the Bizarbecue because it was a little bit less. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's definitely in the notes. There's no doubt about it. That's in the notes. There's so many things. I mean, that thing is good all the way from first rip till you can't hold it no more. So thanks for coming. I appreciate that you're reverbing the things that we found that we love. Yeah,
we appreciate it. I'm just so glad that people are getting the vision. You know what I mean? And it's without us having to sit there and hold hands. You know what I mean? But they're coming back to us with what we expected, and I guess it reinforces that maybe sometimes we actually do know what the hell we're talking about. It's scary. Now, can you guys all go tell our wives?
I think that's stretching it. That ain't gonna matter no matter what anybody says. They'd have to pay them. My wife, you'd have to bribe. You don't have to give her cash. Just somehow get her a gift card to Barnes and Noble or some bookstore.
That peach, you find her some of that Peach Crown Royal, dude, she'll love you.
Oh, you talking about Bridget or your wife?
No, Bridget.
Oh, well, Bridget likes a lot of things now. She actually likes straight bourbon drinks. Cocktails, though. Cocktails. But she has had some really good. I made one because I was trying to trick her. And I made her a really nice Manhattan. And she's like, "This is really good." And she's like, "What are you using this?" I was like, "Bourbon." And she was like, "I like this." And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna break you. You're gonna
make it with a
next thing
rye
you know,
neck.
you're gonna be tattooing and drinking bourbon."
Make it with a
What
rye
a-
neck.
I'll tell you what. When she pours her very first bourbon neat and drinks it, listen. Okay, the euphoric moment.
Angels are gonna
She's,
sing.
when she's tattooing, has a whiskey neat and lights a stick. Good Lord, get out of the way because shit's getting freaking. There's going to be holes everywhere. Holes everywhere.
Oh, dude, there's a glitch in the matrix.
There will be fissures in the fucking world when that happens.
I think you're pushing it with the cigars, but you may get her to the straight bourbon.
You know what? Listen, I think that there's a chance if I could get her to try like a Crazy Alice. There's a start. Listen, she likes chocolate. Crazy Alice is very chocolatey. It's really light. If that happens, I'm pretty sure that I will have some daughters literally pass out. They will be down for the count. That StreamYard link don't work. It's got to work. It's straight from StreamYard. Invite. Yeah, invite guest this to get copy. It's the link. You Control E. I'll redo it again. You can try it. That's straight from the site. That's the link that Zach used. It shows an error. We'll retry this one.
Yeah, I think try the one that he just put.
Yeah.
JD may not actually be able to see that. Well, he was in here before, so
Oh, hold on. There you got it.
there. I think
Maybe
you
the other
posted it.
link was like,
I think you posted it more than once.
maybe I might have done a double link. What's up, JD?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Just drinking, some good stuff right here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Duncan Taylor, dude, those are such great values.
I know, Zach, that you and me, we get along with a lot of our same profiles. So is Bobby. So it's like, I check my my overflow in there. I have 32 Glen Scotia different profiles. Which you already know that I'm a Glen Scotia fan for hell.
Yeah, no, I know you're a Glen Scotia fan.
And I mean, I got this from Big Vic,
Yeah, nice.
and then
So,
I picked up.
how weird is it that we're not on the road like we used to be?
Yeah, it's different, man. I mean,
It's bizarre, isn't it?
well, let's put it this way. I'm doing a lot of driving because I think this weekend we're going to go to Yuma from California, which is like
But
3 hours.
like our normal travel, we were usually talking in different continents, different countries. We were never at the same place,
Yeah.
but we were always somewhere else.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's weird because I get here, retire, and then my wife goes back to Poland for 3 months. So technically, I had the whole house in California for myself. I'm like, okay, this is no different than before. I'm by myself again at my own house. So, but yeah, it's
Man.
Gotcha.
I'm still waiting to open up this one right here.
You know, I have balked on that bottle so many times.
I got it for clearance. That's why I bought it. That's the only reason I bought it.
Really?
A 30-euro blend. Yeah, I got it for $85. So.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah.
It was the only one on the shelf. If they had two, I would have bought both because Cadenhead's good. So.
Yeah, and listen, for 30-year-old whiskey, I'd have paid $85. You
I'd
know,
have
to
paid
try it,
$85
but
for that.
but they want like 140 or something like that, and I'm like, ugh, I don't know. I need somebody else to try it first. You know.
Yeah.
It sounds like we have a guy that's willing to crack it, or you should.
Well, I'm gonna open it with Anthony because I told him already, so I can't open it until I go to
That's
Anthony.
cool. No,
so
no,
Yeah, then you got to do that. You got to stay true to that.
yeah,
As long as he has his beard again and not all baby face.
yeah. So you guys right now, if you want to Bobby, send me the information for all 3 people. I'm gonna send you samples of scotches that I have here,
Okay,
and
cool.
I'm gonna do it from non-peated to. I'll probably do 6 of those and probably 6 bourbons, just to have 12 each, so you can be
Okay.
blind for like 6. After a 5 or 4 or 5, it's kind of hard to drink scotch because it's just you get burned out. So
Yeah, I'll send you our information.
yeah, so I have So I got a bunch of different scotches I would like to send you guys. That's probably one of them, the 14-year-old. I got a bunch of other ones.
Listen, I'm a fan of Glen Talker.
Or have you guys
there-
had this one? I can send you samples of this.
is that the
Ooh, yummy.
That's the Fagio bottle, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the Tawani Port Peated from Glen Scotia, the festival. That's the one I had. I bought a case from when I was in California, or excuse me, in Poland, and then I shipped that most of 2 or 3.
Heck yeah.
But remember, they were like $55 back in the days when it first came out. So
Sheesh.
I mean, now good luck.
Good luck even finding that one.
I don't want to tell you what it cost me to get this freaking Aquavite bottle.
Oh, well, first of all, you told me that company, that's very expensive. I know those prices are gone to the roof.
It's just
So-
a freaking shipping. Really? Dude.
I got a German site that's pretty good. So I'm going to be ordering some stuff from Germany. I'm going to get the lowest entry going Scotia to the harbor. Until for $22, man, that's a killer bottle, man. It's super good. So
Well, the thing is, it's a single cask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this one.
It's still.
what's that one?
Oh, that's
It's Irene Tan's pick, Glen Scotia.
Oh, let me see if I have it. Hold on.
I bought this because Roy did this. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I liked the last one that he did, the 12-year-old Chardonnay yeast. That was an interesting bottle.
Yep.
And
An Epiphany?
So I was like,
Yeah, I got it. And
You still got the tube?
Yeah.
I throw my tubes away. It just gets in my way.
I leave them in the tubes if they are extra. That way I
Yeah.
know that that's the extra one. And then if it's open, it's out of the tube because I lost so much freaking space when I put all the tubes back up there because I loved having the tubes. I like just being able to see all of that. Oh, dude. Oh, that's a Kirkland. Yeah,
Kirkland,
I
no.
heard that was fantastic.
of course,
for the price.
Zach, this is my sexy bottle.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah,
I got the whole series here, like all of them, up to 21-year-old.
I've got a 26,
I mean,
27-year-old
that's an awesome flex.
That's a-
I love when you say I have all of them.
SMWS. Glen Scotia.
Hey, Zach, I bid it last year on this bottle in the auction in Germany. I got all 5 bottles for $600.
Wow.
Shit.
And if you broke them down individually, you're paying about $1,800.
All right.
Wow.
So, and I just bought the other bottles. And I was like, I just spent like $500 on one, and I had to spend another $600, but I couldn't let it go because I've been looking for these bottles for like 3 years. So,
Yeah.
I've only got 3 Glen Scotia. I've got the Irene Tan pick, the double cask, and the Victoriana.
well, Bobby knows. I'll go on my floor. So this is my bottom shelf first. So I got, of course, I got that one.
You mean
got
the
that.
regular? It's just all
The regular. These
Yeah.
are like the ones that are just like whatever. They're like whatever.
Oh, I'm going all the way deep here. So
Yeah. This is awesome. I love this shit.
Sheesh.
Dude, I love it. Do you know what? Like you like the profile, dude. And
Yeah.
I
I think I agree with Zach. I think that's the thing that's really cool is that when you find things you like.
for
I don't
for
have
me,
any issue at all with people that want to do it.
and I got the original festival right here,
Nice.
the Ruby Port.
Hey, man.
what's up, Benjamin?
And that's
He's asking me a
if I
question.
go to my closet, then I can pull out another. I told you I have like 30 something bottles
Hey,
here, man.
listen. I've got 50, maybe somewhere between 50 and 60 balcones bottles. and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
all different. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
100% right. You're right about that.
And listen, I love balcones. Listen, there's a reason everybody, like Leanne goes,
Oh, I
you're
got-
Mr. Balcones. I love balcones.
Oh,
I have.
yeah, I got Loch Lomond too.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's a fantastic
That's a
whiskey.
Poland release.
Well, but I mean, just a standard, Loch Lomond. It's a good bottle. And like I mentioned that in the beginning, I was like, I walk past that bottle so many times, and I pick up other things, and it's such just a good drinker.
Or they're easy to drink. I mean, I still like the 12, and so on. So, and of course,
Ben,
I got this one.
a question, Ben. You said you had a question for Zach.
Go ahead, Ben.
I thought he had a
You
question.
had a question.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Not
I was
yet.
going to ask you guys what should I pour.
Oh,
Mm.
Scotch.
just
Are
go
you
Fidel
Oogie, man.
or
Oogie.
Spade for more?
Oh, Oogie.
Yeah,
all the way.
Oogie.
The Fumare, it's underwhelming.
Well, I like it, but yeah, 2 or 3 notes maybe.
For the price point though, I'd much rather jump up a couple extra dollars and buy the Oogie all day long.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's almost gone. I got maybe 3 more drams out of this.
Thoughts on Kilhoman?
Oh, dude, I've got probably 30 bottles of Kilhoman. I have all the small batch series basically. And listen,
If you want, I can flex. I can start pulling out some Hazelburns and stuff.
Oh, jeez.
yeah, is that the 14 Oloroso?
Yeah, I have the 12 and the 15. I got both 12 and the 15.
But do you have my favorite Hazelburn? That's my question. Do you have the 9-year Barolo?
I had it, but it's gone.
So good.
I know it is.
That is my favorite Hazelburn. And they used to sit on the shelves around here, and I was just like, nobody else is buying it. So I was like, yes, but I didn't have to buy them all at once because nobody else was drinking them.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
So,
It's all,
like I said, most of these bottles here are ready to be popped or about to be popped, and I'm just waiting for the right person to come to see me because now I'm home. So now it's time to let's pop some of these bottles.
but listen,
Where do I need to go?
Yeah, exactly. What's the address? I'll head your way soon.
I'm 12 miles from Palm Springs Airport in Palm Springs, California.
Oh, well, never mind.
Dude, I'll tell you what, I wish I'd have known
I'm all
that.
the way in Texas.
I was in Palm Springs last year.
But I wasn't there. I was in Lithuania.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, I just retired this year on the tax day, April 15th. So
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I did.
Congratulations.
I did the Marine Corps desert tour last year. Ugh. So I stayed at Palm Springs, but I went out to 29 Palms, and then I was in Buffalo. I was in everywhere. So.
But I'm gonna tell you what. So I was like, I knew. I looked at the difference, and I was like, okay, it was $65 for 2 bottles and $90 for 3. I was like, okay. At that point, I gotta buy 3 bottles because it's gonna make the shipping math better, So I was like, I don't want to spend a bunch more money. So I picked up this little North Spirits freaking Magician, and it's a 75% grain, 25% malt, right? But it was only like 25 pounds or something, it wasn't a lot, But I'll tell you what, dude, this is like, you take your Dewar's and your Chivas and you kind of mix it together and you amp up the proof just enough. This is wonderful.
Oh yeah, I know because when I turned 50, I bought a 1974 Invergordon 44-year-old single grain.
Oh, dude, those Invergordons are freaking. You can't explain to someone how good.
I mean,
single
look at this. This is I got it this year, and this is what I've drank already. But this is by myself. I didn't share it with nobody.
Dude, JD, that would be a night. Are you kidding me? I've done that in a night on a bottle crack.
Yeah, but a 44-year-old grain from 1974, I don't think you would do that.
Zach, would that have stopped me? not at all.
Yeah. And they're just
I've just gotten to the point, JD, and Zach can attest to this. The Gunny's here; he can attest to this. If I've got something I like, I don't care how rare it is. I don't care how much.
I don't care,
I will
man.
literally just get it out, and whoever's out there, like I was looking at, and this was probably like my biggest flex this year. I was looking for something I had that was like what's stuck back somewhere.
Yeah.
Hadn't really looked at, and I realized that I had freaking Bardstown batch 1.
Oh, dude, the Blood Oath batch
Nice.
1 was bigger flex.
Well,
than
the
that.
Blood Oaths, but that Bardstown number 1, the what is it? The collaboration.
The collaboration.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Number 1, and I was like, God, I think I only took one little sip out of it. And so then I had people come by, and I was like, dude, you guys got to try this. You got to try this. And started sharing it. And it's super, super hard to find. And if you do find it, it's like thousands of dollars to get it. Well, I got it at like regular price back in like 2017 or 2018. I was just, when Bardstown first opened and they had their collaboration, is when I was on the trail with a buddy, and we went in there. It was like, oh, this is good, and we both got one. He has one unopened in his closet.
Nice.
And now you can't even buy them without
like Bobby said, sure, there's stuff you keep around for really special occasions, but sometimes a special occasion is a Wednesday night.
But I think Zach, the thing is, right? How many times do you find that you have a bottle sitting back there that maybe you just weren't like you couldn't appreciate back when you got it?
Oh, for me,
now you go back and look at it. Now you start finding and appreciating the stuff.
I popped that one open.
Oh yeah, that's a good drink.
I popped that one open at Big Vic's meetup, and of course Duro never showed up. But
yeah,
I was like, I brought a bunch of different. I brought an old Bell Mead with him from 2019. I brought a bunch of old stuff, and out of the 4 bottles I brought, only 2 were open. I'm like,
Dang.
don't, have at it, guys. These are, like unicorns for some people, but we popped them.
Yeah, but man, every time that there's a meetup, it's like there's like 7 bottles to each person.
Oh no, we had like 70 bottles, so it was ridiculous. So
I know, man. It gets out of hand, because we're all so excited to share. There's only so much you can open at those things. I never feel bad for taking something home.
Oh, I don't either. I mean, I give them an opportunity. If they don't want to take it, so be it. And you know what? There's always next time. Come on.
Of course. Of course.
And it's not like I brought shitty bottles. I'm like, how many people that drink haystacks? Come on.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not something you can just get every day in the market because these are the older bottles.
Well, Haystack. Haystack is so good. I had it. I never found it to buy it, but I had a drink with someone else, and I was really appreciative that they were willing to share it.
Or like Doc Swenson's. I have shitload of Doc Swenson's here. I get every 15-year-old they've ever made. So
yeah.
But
I think that's the cool thing is when you have stuff like that, and you do have someone that can come over and sit and really appreciate it. Because like I know that me and Zach have got together a few times, and the last night that we was at his house, it was just like we wanted to just start trying stuff. He wanted me to he's like, oh, you got to try this, you got to try this, you got to try this. And I'm just like Clint and those guys.
Dude, it was 1 o'clock in the morning. No, it was midnight. It was midnight, and we made a dash inside, and we come back out, and both of our wives are sitting on the couch with blankets, and they both just look at us, and they're like, "You're not done." And they're like, "No, we're good. We're."
So since I've been home, Bobby, and you guys, this is my bar behind me.
Nice.
It's awesome, man.
Yeah, it looks good.
That's awesome, man.
And this is the overflow.
The overflow.
Well, at least you don't have floor whiskey.
Oh, it's on the floor in the linen closet, but I have more than that. But That's the first bar. The other bar is in Poland, which Bobby knows because of travel.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking forward to. The day that we go fishing, because if in the next 5 years, that's going to happen.
Yeah.
We're just going to go and we're going to go fish because I'm going to take my fly gear. And listen, that's the cool thing about flying. You don't have to be in a stream to fly. You can fly anywhere you want as long as you have a back cast.
Yeah.
If I have a back cast, because your pole's long enough, you can get shit by the shore that other people can't get.
Right.
Because you just lift up. And dude, we're gonna sit there and like if I'm going to do that, that's like a solid 2 years or 2 weeks. I'm not going for a week. That's horseshit.
Nice.
That is nice. Just
Have passport, will travel for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. It's understandable. But now I'm retired, man. So
My
I'm so
wife
happy.
will be pulling 2 jobs at that time, so I'll have all kinds of freedom.
But my point is now I retire from the government. Now I work for the state. So, or I should say the county.
Right.
Oh, gee.
No, but it's like this when I have a VIP treatment here because it's not their normal county job. So we have a lot of incentives that the other counties don't have. So I'm so happy because I get an automatic pay raise of anywhere from like 8 to 10% pay raise a year. So I'm content.
Beat that.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Listen, that's what you got to put yourself in a situation. Like that's the thing that has been a benefit for me is that I'm in a very limited job. There's not a lot of us that do what I do.
Yeah.
So, like this is Zach is the one that knows this, right? So our company downsized back in January, and I was without a job. Where most people would have been stressing, and Zach was like, "Dude, I hope I don't find a job until like October." And I got headhunted early, and I was trying to talk the guy that we were getting headhunted as a tag team.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Can we push this?" And he's like, "No, man, I need it," because he was a single guy. He's like, "Dude, I need pay." I was like, "Oh, I had to go back to work like in May." I was like,
but it all worked out because
did.
out of that
Oh yeah, that's nice.
came
That's our cigar brand.
Uncommon Valor.
Nice.
That was our first cigar drop. So Battalion Cigars really came to, even though it had been like in the works for years, it came out of downsizing. I had time, I had a severance, and I was like, I didn't necessarily have any reason not to. And so I talked to the wife, who's like my biggest cheerleader on earth. And she's like, I believe in you completely. Do what you want to do. And I was like, this is what I want to do. And so we have that. We have the next one should be coming out
October?
like October.
Beginning of October.
Beginning of October.
I think that's the goal.
And then I'm hoping to have one in October, November, and December. That's the goal.
Nice.
To have 4 in the portfolio by the end of the year.
Do you have any merchandise outside of that? Because I'm not a smoker. I'm to be honest with you, I'm not that type of person. I mean, I can drink and do all those stuff, but I never smoked.
We have. I mean, if you're talking like hats and shirts and stuff like that, yeah, we do.
Oh, I support channels all the time with shirts because I bought a lot. I have quite a few in there.
Yeah, right now we're in the middle of we're changing over to a new credit card processor.
Okay.
So what I would tell you to do, the best thing to do is go to battalionscigars.com.
Okay.
So Google search it, go into your web browser and do www.battalionscigars.com.
Has that not been updated yet?
Yeah, that's Chris has been fighting that. We don't understand what that's about. But anyway, go there. There's a place to get on an email list, and all updates go in there.
So
all
on the
emails.
homepage.
We have our own private club that's going to come out of that. We have our cigar drops. Now, eventually, the private club, which is very affordable, right, is going to have, barrel picks and stuff like that. We already have like 4 or 5 people lined up for that. People have opportunities to do that, but we're doing everything a little bit different, right? It is a little bit different. We're not just trying to be Yes,
Well,
we
well,
want
keep,
want
keep
stuff.
me informed because you guys are doing good stuff. Because I've always supported you guys. Now since I'm home, I can do more things with you. Buy certain things, be Patreon, and so whatever
I'll
it
be
needs.
Yes.
I'll be honest. Listen, these are some of the nicest shirts of anywhere I've ever purchased, and Bobby
Well,
knows
Zach, I
I'm
Well,
like
you
the
know,
shirt.
Zach. Zach is a merch whore.
I'm a merch whore, dude.
No, I like the shirt like you have because I like the small print in front, and then whatever you want in the back, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so it's a little bit small. It could have been just about like maybe like 10-15% bigger, and it would
Yeah,
have just showed up just a little bit better on the front of the shirt. It's my only critique once I got it.
yeah.
But the design on the back, it's like I call it the July 4th shirt, right?
Okay.
To me it's like the July 4th shirt because it's all the patriotic like
Yeah,
filigree
yeah,
and all of that sort of that. But then if we take it all the way back to the early '80s and we go, the boom and I don't know how I should say it. It's the GI Joe shirt, man. It's the
That's
freaking.
okay. I'm
You have
good
a
with that.
It's
Battalion
I
awesome,
just
Cigar
dude.
shirt that has
It's
like it looks
it's a-
like the Great American
it's the
Hero.
GI Joe logo, but Battalion Cigar. You know what I mean? It's
nice.
dude. It looks fantastic. It is. It's a
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic.
And
The
we have a
t-shirt-
lot more stuff coming in there. Like there will be a lot in there. We're in the process of. So to be fully transparent, we're trying not to do stuff through anybody else.
Right.
So Zach and Chris Wettig are all Battalion Cigars.
Yeah.
So Chris and the sales are purchasing all the stuff to make it. So all of our shirts are made by Chris.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know you had that.
So we're going to be doing our own laser engraving. We're going to be doing all our own stuff. We're purchasing all of our own equipment. So we don't
Okay.
have to rely on anybody. So all the drop ship will be from us, not from someone else down the road.
Yeah.
Nice.
Plus it gives Chris the ability to control quality.
Well,
Yeah.
and make money.
Well,
And make money. Chris can make
also
money on it.
that, but like from an end consumer standpoint, like
Yeah.
nothing's gonna go out if it looks like Chris won't send it out. You know what I
Well,
mean?
I'll tell you what, Chris was dead on the shirts because those shirts are some of the most comfortable shirts I've ever bought.
Oh, listen, man, you want a black T-shirt that's like breathable? Oh, these are wonderful.
I mean, you got to remember though, I live in the desert, so and like right now today was 109 degrees, so I need to keep something that at least I can breathe a little bit because all my life I lived in the desert except for Lithuania and Poland, but because I was deployed in Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, Dubai, so 22 years of this shit. So 22 years, I'll say 19 years in the Middle East and 3 years, in cold weather.
Yeah.
Wow.
Question
So-
on your cigars.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Yeah.
Are you going to have any kind of? I just looked at the website and there was 5 like Uncommon Valor cigars.
Yeah, that's our cigar. It's out.
It's
Yep.
it's
So
out.
what
but
you have to wait for right now is we're changing credit card processors, and then sales will go back up. So we ran into a snag with one of our processors, so we're changing over right now. So the first cigar is out. The Uncommon Valor is out.
Okay.
That's what we're actually smoking right now.
No, they look a little bit more closer to like a Maduro.
So it is. So it's not. So what it is a little bit like medium flavor, full body, right?
Okay.
So it's actually an aparaca. It's a Brazilian wrapper, right? So
Okay.
not like what it would still be like what I would consider, yes, Maduro-ish, but it's not like a heavy dark Maduro.
Okay.
It's really, really approachable from somebody coming into it and someone very experienced. Because
you know what, Bobby? I'm gonna say it's more of like a dark Habano.
somewhere in that ballpark.
It's a dark Habano without the pepper.
Okay.
So if that helps it a little bit.
Highland Park.
but
Cast strength.
one of-
Nice. I'll join you.
One of the cool things though is we have San Andreas in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And on the final third, that is when that San Andreas just shines, and it just turns in like the richness scale just like as soon as you hit the final third, the richness scale just like starts just climbing.
You'll
And
notice the second you light it that there's like a lot of times you'll hit a cigar, right?
Yeah.
And it'll come up and you'll get like the basic tobacco smoke. This has flavor from the first pour or the first rip all the way down to the shoulder.
Nice.
With
Nice.
a lack of that ashy mouth feel.
Yeah, you don't have
all
an
the
ashy
way- all
mouth
the way-
feel.
all
You're
the
not
way through.
over salivating. You're just it's a really controlled blend. There's a lot of thought put into it. The next one
And-
coming out is a Robusto. This is a Toro. The next one's going to be a Robusto. And there'll be more information. So get on the email list. All the information goes through the email list.
I'll do it.
Main website, lower right hand corner. Scroll to the bottom. Homepage, lower right hand corner is the sign up for that. So
Okay.
yeah, listen.
Cheers, Katie.
And and listen. One of the things that I said about that Robusto is as I told Bobby, I was like, Bobby, this has got to be the second cigar because this is going to be a crowd pleaser. It's gonna be that cigar that just like hits the masses. You know what I mean? Like it. And one of the things, you know, and Bobby has talked about this, is we really started. We put our best foot forward. So best also being, you know, currently most expensive. You know, and we really wanted to put our best foot forward to showcase everybody that, listen, these are the type of blends and the quality of blends that we're really looking for.
Nice.
So we're just excited to get them out there, to get them out in the market, and have everybody start to smoke them.
There you go. I'll get some.
Yeah. So I don't know if you see this. I posted Dave up there, you know, and thank you, Dave, for sharing that because it's important because Dave's out in California. He's over is he in San Diego? Or am I thinking of our other buddy?
I thought that's
Oh wait, he's over closer to OGT, right?
Yeah, like I thought he was south of LA.
Yeah, well that would be San Diego area. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I will agree.
North? Is it north?
So
of
being
LA?
a big dude that is usually super hot, they're super good shirts from my standpoint.
I mean,
Oh.
I'm sitting out Orange County. Okay.
He can have Orange. He can have Orange County. I'll keep to Palm Springs.
Oh man.
Rivalry.
So I just got done filling out the applications for our new people. As soon as we know it, it will go out in the email list. I will
Nice.
probably do a drop. I will do a live. I'll hit everywhere and just say, hey, listen, processing's open.
It's back up.
It's back up.
Website's live. You know.
Yeah. So
We kind of got the hand slapped a little bit. You know.
How do y'all like my cheap ashtray?
Listen, man.
that's an awesome.
It works.
Hell yeah! You got that at Goodwill?
No, my friend slumped it for me. It's a what is it? Uncut, unfiltered.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
listen here, JD. I'll tell you what. I have found some amazing shit.
Well, that's why I was saying because when he said it, I was like, maybe with the Goodwill because I found a lot of good glassware
Dude,
there.
we go to Goodwill all the time, and the only thing I go back and look for, I look for three things. I look for glassware.
Yep, my number one.
I look for decorations,
Yep,
and then I go look at their military section.
I look for any
Our
bars
Goodwill
that's-
has a military section of people that abandoned military stuff from their grandfathers and stuff like that. I have found some of the most amazing. I found a 1940s officers Marine Corps loose,
Nice.
and I was like, yes. So like, Ben knows me. I am diehard.
I'm diehard military, but I don't always show it too much because I've just been through hell and back.
Hey, Chris.
But,
Cheers, Chris.
Where are you at in Texas? If you're around
Right?
Austin, I'll hook you up.
No, he's Fort Worth. They
Oh,
they
he's
flew into
north.
Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, they flew into Dallas. They're hanging out with the Whiskey Crusaders right now.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh
they
yeah,
were gonna spend a few days over there with Matt and
Yeah.
Excellent.
Will and Sarah, hanging out at the castle.
That's excellent. Yeah. I ain't got
Hey.
nothing on the castle.
Hey, Chris, hit me up if you're going to be here because now I'm here. I might be able to go to Las Vegas or wherever you need to be on the West Coast.
Oh, you were at Balcones today. Well, that's not too far from me. That's Waco.
Oh,
Get down to Austin.
I love
On
that
Iron
place.
Route. Okay. Well, that's
love
back up north.
I love that place.
I got Iron Root right here.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got some Iron Route. I got the same one.
My
Oh,
favorite,
it's good.
Texas
Yep.
bourbon. It is by far my favorite Texas bourbon.
Iron Root, Zach.
Yeah.
I'll say between Steel Loss and Iron Root, I really like those. Balcones is a hit or miss. So
I started out with Balcones, but I'm leaning more towards still Austin now. I mean, obviously back here, most of all that right there is all still Austin stuff.
Well,
I can tell you right now, if I'm, don't get me wrong, I like all of them.
yeah, I do too.
So I love Andalusia.
well,
Andalusia, yeah. I've got some of that behind me.
and that's a malt. You know, I think Andalusia does their thing, and Andalusia is special.
I can't get it because they don't ship to California. That's my problem. So I'm pissed off
Really?
because they don't ship to California, so I can't get it.
Well,
Wow.
We know a guy that can ship to California.
we know
I know a guy that's in
lots
Texas
of
right now
people-
that's coming to Vegas.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
There's Chris.
Well,
I'm in Texas.
Well,
I ship
well,
all over the place.
if they're hitting,
I can't get nothing shipped to me, really.
We're going
But
to
you know,
Waco for the day, which is a day trip back to DFW. Then DFW is over, which is going east, because you got to go east, to get to Iron Root, because it's about an hour east. So they're about equal parts. Kind of DFW is kind of in the middle between Waco and where Iron Root sits.
I'll hit Matt up because me and Matt are pretty. We talk to each other, so we're still
But I
saying
mean,
Matt.
Will is a
Andalusia, right?
Will's a brand rep for Andalusia.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought he stopped that.
Oh, did he?
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't listened. You know
He
what?
was.
We've been so busy with doing kind of our own thing that
Maybe I don't know. You'd have to talk to them directly to find out what's going on.
Matt
right
has
now.
a lot of stuff in the castle. He has a lot of great bottles. Holy crap!
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak over there. So I'm gonna be down in that
next
area
week,
the week after next.
the
week of the 9th, and I'm going to try to fly in that weekend a couple days early just so I can go trickle over that way.
There you go.
Let me ask you, the Jim Beam Devil's Cut. They discontinued that or what?
Oh, nice.
Not that I know of. I still have it here.
Wild Turkey Rare Breed, uncut, unfiltered. Nice.
Oh, that's right, because that's a AU
The
bottle
good stuff.
only, isn't it?
Oh, that's a duty-free bottle. That bastard.
Duty free.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a bad. I know all about duty-free because all my bottles are duty-free. Like I have this one right here that's duty-free.
Yeah, you probably got duty free spring break too, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I have the
I thought so.
1832. I got the 16-year-old and the one other one. Yeah.
The only.
I just picked up the old 10-year in Colorado when I was up there.
I've never
wanted
wanted to go Palm Springs so much.
Listen. I've never actually purchased a bottle from duty free, but I had a buddy of mine go over to Israel. When we were working at Noble, and on his way back, he was like, he called me from the duty free. He was like, "What do you want me to get you?" I was like, "Dude, just whatever I can't get here." And the thing was, is when he got back, he's like, "Listen, if you don't want it, I'll just it's cool, dude. I'll just keep it and whatever." He comes back with a Port Charlotte, the CC01, which was the original cognac cask.
Oh, nice.
Dude, that
Heck yeah.
bottle is hot.
So Zach, I have 2 duty-free Speyburns. I have a 10-year-old that's at 46%, not the 40 they normally have.
Yeah.
And I have the 16-year-old with Speyburn, which I was drinking earlier. I can send you, along with a bunch of other duty-frees, including the which is one of my favorite companies out of South Africa, which is Baines. I have a Shiraz 10-year-old. I can send you guys.
Never heard of that one.
Well, I'm
Oh.
familiar with Shiraz.
It's a 10-year-old at 62% ABV.
Wow.
And it's a Shiraz finish?
Yes.
Hmm.
I mean, look at it. It's
Shiraz
a Shiraz.
finish
Look
would-
how dark it is.
A Shiraz finish
Yeah.
would be something that Zach would like.
Yeah, that's not on the
It's not on the sweet red. It's on the regular light red.
Yeah, but it's phenomenal though. I mean,
honestly, it's so weird. You know what? Honestly, it's only the fortified wines.
Yeah.
And really, it's only the ports.
Yeah, because
Now-
you're talking about, but the thing that's important to
I'm
understand
still-
about that,
I'm
right?
just-
You're talking
but I'm
about a super
picky.
sweet dessert wine.
But I'm picky. I'm picky on how they finish it, because if they left it too long, and it's like syrupy sweet, and it just tastes like port, that's not my thing. Something that like adds a dimension, adds a level, adds something to the overall experience. I don't mind port. Now, Mark, you mentioned Kilholman. Kilholman's really the only thing that honestly that consistently has port in it that I'll drink.
Well, the only one other than that, Still Austin had a port finish. It was a ruby red port finish rye. And I thought, well, that's going to be just like way too sweet and everything else. But the rye really balanced it out. So it had a hint of sweetness to it, but it was really good. I mean, it was really balanced and tasty.
It kissed that finishing barrel. They didn't let.
Well, it was there for like 8 months, something like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
It must have been
in
an old
Texas,
port barrel.
nonetheless.
Must have been a dry port barrel.
I had to have been. I mean, because
And
I've had
Mark-
some a sherry finished Colorado whiskey. What was it? Starts with an S.
Strain of hands.
Hands, yeah. And oh my God, that damn sherry! It must have been. There must have been like this much sherry in the bottom of the barrel
I
when they
know.
put that whiskey
See,
in.
that's when I'm like, no.
Oh my
because,
God!
Because when I lose the underlying malt character, to me,
Yep.
you've lost me as a whiskey connoisseur. The
Exactly.
wine drinkers, the people who are wine drinkers, and like Bobby came from wine.
Yeah.
Right, so he's like, oh, this is good, it's like cool. I'm like, but for me, when I lose that underlying distillate character, that to me is when you've like overcast something.
Yep.
And
Yep. I agree.
Hey, Mark, when you get a chance, make sure you DM me your information.
Okay. Well, on like Facebook or something?
Yeah, just on Instagram, whatever. Are you on Instagram?
Very little. I'm mainly on YouTube.
Well, go to Facebook, find me on Facebook, and DM me.
Okay.
Just give me a
Italian Bobby on Facebook?
Yeah, Bourbon Battalion.
Okay.
Everything's Bourbon Battalion. I have a Bourbon Battalion Facebook. Just
Okay.
DM me. Like you're just who you all you'll have to do is like just say Mr. Gray Sharp Mark, and I'll know who you are.
Yeah.
Give me your
I
information.
think you seen you guys a sample of this one. This is a Rebel 20.
10?
A 20.
20?
The 20.
Oh, damn. I've never seen that one.
Damn.
It's
I've seen it, but I've never had it.
It's a European limited. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and it's only for Europe market.
Yeah, that's that was like when I was over in Stockholm all the time, and everybody was in there going to Scotch, and I walked up to the bourbon selection. I was like, "Why is there only one bottle here?" And he's like, "No one ever buys it, but we have cases in the back." And I was like, "Well, I'd like 2 bottles." I was there for 2 weeks. I said, "Do you guys have bourbon?" Well, at the time it was Blanton straight from the barrel. I said, "Do you have straight from the barrel?" They said, "Yeah." What do you want? I said, "I'll take a couple, please." And I drank them when I was there. I was just like glug glug glug. So
Heck yeah.
Oh,
it's such a
dude, there's so much bourbon lost in Europe because they're mostly Scotch people.
Yeah.
well,
Oh yeah.
But
Yes,
do
bourbon
you,
gets drank up in Asian market, but I'll tell you, European market.
let me ask you a question in reference to that, right? Do you think that they actually like it would sell better if they were just getting what we sell here in the US market rather than trying to make something for the UK market or the EU market?
Well, it definitely would. I'll be honest with you, and I don't know if JD would agree with me, but I think he will. I think that, like, when you go to a really good whiskey store in America, right, you usually have the opportunity to taste stuff, right? They have a big pile of stuff and you can go up and taste it. They don't do that in Europe. They don't
Not in
do that.
Texas.
Of all the places I've been in Europe, I've never walked into a place that had a tasting in a place that you were buying from of bourbon. I've seen Scotch, but I've never seen bourbon. I just don't think people understand because, most people that I like, most of the European Union that I was in, it was a heavy Scotch market.
Yeah, it's okay. Say in Poland right now, they drink a lot of whiskey. Don't get me wrong, but if you want to do it, they're all blended, and of course, Johnny Walker. But in general, they don't know good bourbon. So let's put it this way: back in the days when I met my wife, I was going to a big shop that here our supermarket is like in America it'd be like a liquor store, which is perfect. People can't believe it because I showed Ken and a bunch of other people, and they just can't believe that they have store picks at a supermarket.
Right.
But they were selling a Blanton's Reserve, the green label, for like $30 all day long.
Dang.
Well, what isn't the Poland labels red for Blanton's?
Well, no. Well, they have different specials because Blanton has their special when they have the Warsaw downtown.
Yeah, the
which
Warsaw.
Now they're like $1,800 for that bottle. But yeah, there was like $60-$70 at that time.
Yeah, it was because I can remember when I went over at the time I was in Stockholm, and I had a bunch of people that was looking for Blanton's Gold.
Yeah,
it's like $50 here. How many you want?
Yeah, it was cheap. It was super cheap at that time. Now I can't say no more because now they got on the bandwagon. But before it used to be like straight from the barrel, gold, or you want to call it even green. It was all below MSRP we have in the States.
Way below MSRP.
And then I was giving away the green labels because they were like, I'm paying $30 for Blanton's Green Label Reserve.
Right.
And I'm giving away. Now they're like $300-$400 now in America. I'm like, really? I mean, this is stupid.
Yeah, but it's Blanton's.
But
the European
I was giving away as a gift because it was.
But I will say this, and JD.
Yeah.
The releases that I was dealing with over there, some of them did not taste the same.
No, it's different.
They did not taste the same at all.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like, would what we actually get here in the U.S. market actually sell better because of the taste profile than what we're actually sending over there for their market?
They would, but the problem is here they would be like double the cost.
Yes.
So why are you going to pay that? You just find a friend in Europe and pay the shit.
I don't live there anymore.
I did that with those guys from Sweden, right? All of them guys did that, and the one guy
doesn't have any friends in Europe.
And I had him bring me 6 bottles, and he brought them to Florida and then shipped them from Florida to me. So I mean, the problem is that the shipping was terrible. But I was just throwing it in, and I would buy. Literally, I'd go over to Europe, wherever I was at. I'd find stuff I liked. I'd go out and buy a case just for it, and bring it back. And then, if you're honest, this is the crazy thing. If you don't know this, if you're going through customs back in America and they ask, "Do you have alcohol in here?" You say yes. How many bottles you got? 10. Most of the time, if you're not lying, they're like, "Okay, cool." If you lie,
and if they ask you what are they for? They're for my personal collection. Okay.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't even say that. I was like, me and my buddies are going to go get fucked up. I would literally just be as honest as I could, and they never questioned me because I know what the limit was I was allowed to bring back.
Well, they don't do that no more.
Oh, really?
They don't do that no more. I just brought 75 bottles back, and nobody said nothing to me.
Nice, Chris.
I mean, literally, you don't fill out the paperwork no more. You don't do any of that stuff. They just pull you randomly.
I never filled paperwork out. I just always went through and the TSA. They're like, "You have booze?" I was like, "Yes."
They never asked me. They just let
I
me go
can't
through.
highlight nothing.
Wow.
Well, I mean, that was like Phil and Deepa the first time they came back from Scotland. They had like 3 suitcases full of whiskey, and Phil had gone through and like done it like by the ounce and like
Yeah.
figured out what he should owe. And they looked at him and they were like, "Is this for your personal collection?" He said, "Yes." And they said, "Don't worry about it. Go on." He was like, I mean, it was only going to be like $75 or something. You know what I mean? For all the whiskey that they
it's
brought
basically
back.
they told me it's like $1 per bottle for taxes. I'm like, and they say it's a waste of their time to fill out the paperwork for $1 per bottle after 5. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever.
They would much rather catch like
They're looking for like cigars and gold and other stuff. They don't care about alcohol.
Yeah,
Because I've been truthful.
I will say this though, the last time I was overseas, I brought back 4 boxes of Cuban cigars.
Oh, yummy.
I never even got asked.
Well, how long ago was that though?
Probably about 5 years ago.
Okay, so they were halfway decent by then.
And will strip search you for every ounce.
Cubans have definitely gone downhill since.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not like a big Cuban fan. I mean, I have my own cigar brand. I don't really care about it because most of the time, if you're getting a Cuban, it's like not a true all natural Cuban puro.
Now,
with
well,
like,
they've messed up the soil. I mean, I'm from Kentucky, so you have to rotate some crops and stuff, and re-enrich the soil, and they don't do that over there.
They don't allow them to do that. Let's be
So,
clear. The farmers know what
the tobacco has gone downhill.
Mark,
I mean,
where you
the
at
actual plant.
Where you at in Kentucky?
I was raised in Western Kentucky.
Where are you at now?
I'm in Austin, Texas.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But I was raised in Western Kentucky. I mean, I've actually worked in the tobacco fields, cut it, spiked it, put it in the barn, and the whole 9 yards. We would smoke the tobacco, the dark fire tobacco. Then you had burley, which is your wrappers mainly, but like Connecticut, it's a lighter color tobacco. But it's the Cuban tobaccos, the ones the few that I've had back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago, those were phenomenal cigars. You'd smoke it down to the nub and then take that tobacco, break it apart, throw it into a paper and twist that up and smoke that too, because it was just that good of damn tobacco. But nowadays, nah, it's not so good.
Well, quite honestly, a lot of it right now is just being like, it might be a Cuban seed or a Cuban something, but they're taking it somewhere else.
Yeah.
A lot of that's happening right now.
Well, I mean, shoot, it is that, right? Right. They've taken a lot of that. A lot of those guys, defected, and they ended up in the DR, or they ended up in Nicaragua, and some of those seeds made it down to Brazil and stuff like that.
Well, we have one of those releasing, down the road, right?
Got me in.
Yeah, we have one of those. Well, I mean, without saying too much, we do have one of those that's,
we do have a Brazilian Cubra.
We have a Cubra that'll be released eventually. That's one of the blends.
And listen, it's fantastic. So, it's not that they had bad genetics. It's like what you said. It's the soil conditions, because the government came in and said, this is our cash crop, and this is all we're going to grow. Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, good Lord!
Get him, Bruiser! Get him!
I got you.
Chew on his ear.
I got you. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? See you later.
Oh, that's a good looking pit right there.
Oh, my brick shit house. Yeah.
Back has a pit. Shocker.
That's my that's my buddy Ernie. He came to us from he spent 6 years on the south side of Houston, so he's a tough boy.
Yeah.
I love and come to find out, he's a big softie. Because he's allergic to meat byproducts, so he is a vegetarian now.
Oh.
So my brick shit house is a vegetarian.
Jeez.
But hey, you know what? Hey, listen, it cleared up all those skin issues. It made his coat freaking wonderful.
Well, hell,
Hey, dude, listen,
that's surprising.
whatever he needs, man. You know what? At this point, he's my buddy, man.
Oh
Like
yeah.
Bobby knows. Like, listen, I have dog beds all over the house. Wherever I go, he has a dog bed to go lay in.
Awesome.
You know, if I'm working in the office, dude, he is right at my side. He has got a dog bed right there. He follows me everywhere.
Yep.
You know, he's a rescue. He's not fully mine, but he ain't going nowhere. You know, we're not gonna let him go.
You're fostering, right? You're doing fostering.
Yeah, I mean, you know what, dude? Once they figure out all the medical shit, like, I'm happy to utilize them to pay us freaking vet bills. I just pay for food, you know, and I was gonna pay for that anyway. So it's kind of a win-win, honestly.
I don't know. He's looking like a foster fail to me.
No, dude. Oh, dude, listen. He was it was always the intention to keep him.
Yeah.
You know, I lost my buddy Dash earlier this year, and let me tell you what, man, my house just wasn't right.
No.
My house just wasn't right without a dog in it.
They're not.
And I just it was empty.
Yep.
You know, and so my wife brings me this gnarled looking face, and I'm like, get that dude to my house.
Yep.
We bring him to the house, and he immediately attached himself to me, and I was like, dude, you're not going anywhere, buddy.
Yep.
This is your spot, you know.
I got 3 dogs right now, so you know.
You know what, he has probably one of the best temperaments towards other animals in general.
Really?
The cats run around the house, and he could care less.
Nice.
You know, the wife and the kiddos went and picked out 2 kittens a couple weeks ago, and he cares more about their bowls of food than he does them. You know, they can be running around acting like
Oh,
crazy.
look at you.
Nice.
No.
JD
says
You don't like Springbank 15?
The nose sucks?
To be honest with you, I prefer the 10 over the 15.
Listen, man,
I've got a 10 and the 12 cast ring.
But I'll take any of it. I mean, I don't care.
I'll take the Campbelltown Lock 23
over
all of them for $55.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Well, I have the Springbank 10, but I have like
and you know why you have it? It tastes better than the 15, and the 15 every 3 years tastes better.
Huh.
That's a true statement because this year's let me rephrase that. The 23 version is fantastic.
Yeah, it is. You're 100% right.
The 23 is fantastic.
And I got my Springbank 10 for $55, and I got the 15 for $75.
That's fantastic.
That's
super.
But I was in Europe though, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, different story. Just I got my Hazel.
But let me tell you something, right? So from Zach and I's perspective, we may have a different flavor profile to the point of which one we like better. But I can tell you this: that Springbank 15 goes better with my cigar.
I will agree with that.
It goes better with my cigar than if I was just drinking it upright.
There's more. Well, there's that sherry cask influence. It's one of the reasons why I really enjoy the Campbelltown Lock is because there's a bit of sherry in that in the 23 version, compared to previous years where they were all ex bourbon, and the balance. The balance between that ex bourbon and the sherry, I think, is where Springbank shines the best. It's not good.
Well, I think that's Zach, I think that's a hard thing for someone to truly understand, not because of any kind of big, big dickin' thing. It's
You
the
had to
idea
have.
if
you
you're
had
not
to
a
have a lot
if
of
you're not a cigar person, it sometimes would be hard to understand how that change happens, right? So it's the right cigar with the right whiskey completely changes everything.
Thanks to both of them.
Oh,
Well,
your
that's when
cigar can elevate, your whiskey
that's when
can elevate,
yeah.
and
Yep.
that's what you're looking for as a cigar smoker. Is how do I have something that pairs so well that they both taste better? And that's what Zach and I have talked about for years.
But I will say this. I will say this. My 2013 Springbank 15 probably is my favorite Springbank.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. I had 17, 18, and 19. I would say that's probably the best year.
Listen. There's an astringency there
work on my
that the
humidor.
newer ones just don't have. But at 15 years old, it works with that little bit of extra sherry. There's something really special about that bottle. I mean,
because there's like a signature note with the Valor and this stuff, and I'm sitting here like, okay, what are they tasting like together? And quite honestly, the first thing my mind was gingerbread. I got like a really big gingerbread note.
So here's the deal.
That would not be something I would have got without the cigar.
I did the Valor with the Campbelltown Lock,
Mm-hmm.
and honestly, it was meh.
Mm-hmm.
What I actually found, if you wanted peated with that particular cigar, I want you to go over to Lefroy and go Lefroy Cash Strength.
Now this Springbank 15 went really well with.
Listen. I'm not going to discredit that bit of sherry profile, but hold on one second. Ernie wants inside. You want to go inside?
That dog runs. Don't let him kid you.
Oh, dude, he is the biggest baby, man. Listen, when my wife wakes up at freaking 6:15, he jumps up and he is like, food time, and like she can't get out of the house without feeding him. He just won't let her,
Yeah.
That is his own. Like
Pits have gotten a bad rep. I mean, they're such a loving dog. They really are.
Listen, man. You know what? And I will say this. I'm a huge proponent of rescuing and that sort of stuff. You know what? He's an older guy. There weren't a lot of people that were going to take him. I knew it, and I was like, you know what? I'm willing to take that guy, even though he may have some problems. You know what? He's really mouthy when it comes to food. He's a little nippy, you know what? But at the same time, the dude has no canines. They were all pulled because his teeth were so bad. So he's only got the fronts and the freaking molars. That's all he's got. You know what I mean? So, he's got to snap a little bit. And some people would look at that and go, oh, he's snapping for food. And I'm like, he's just trying to get it the best way he can. The poor boy doesn't have any teeth to hold on to food. You know what? He's got to kind of snap at you a little bit. And listen, man, he's a good dog, and he just had a shitty freaking upbringing, man. I know that there was some woman with a broomstick that beat the shit out of that dog. You know how I know that? Because the second that my wife got the freaking, broom in her hand to sweep the kitchen, he cowered and ran away.
Oh.
And I was like, Jesus, man, like, really? This dog doesn't want anything but other than to please you. Like, leave the poor boy alone. What do you do?
Yeah.
I'll tell you a funny story about all of our dogs are the same. Like,
I need to grab a cigar. I will be right back.
They've all been rescued, but we have my wife has a Chihuahua. And as much as I don't like it, it is the best alarm dog there is in the world. If there's somebody walking within like a mile, we know it. So I had a cleaning girl that was cleaning the house all the time. And the Chihuahua is like really territorial. It was probably nipping at her. And she's a huge animal lover. And so it must have been maybe like a few months afterwards. there was something on the floor or something like that, and I turned on the vacuum cleaner, and I watched my Chihuahua run away, and I was like, huh. So I called my cleaning girl. I was like, "Did you chase my dog with a vacuum cleaner?" She's like, "Absolutely. It kept biting me," and I was like, "That's awesome." I said, I mean, you didn't like pick up the vacuum cleaner and beat her with it, but you scared the hell out of her. And she said, "Oh yeah, she stopped biting me." And I was like, and she just does this like little snippy thing because I mean it's just a Chihuahua. I mean there's only so much. And so now she's much older. All my dogs are older now. I have 3 in the house and they're all old. But if I light up that vacuum cleaner, man, I'll tell you what, she is shaking like she's shitting razor blades. And I'm like, you shouldn't have been biting Kristen all the time.
Exactly.
And so that's a different kind of where she didn't do anything bad, so I wasn't really upset. But my mother-in-law thinks that she's an animal whisperer, and she's not. When she gets in my Chihuahua's face every time, she's like, "I'm going to make her love me." Yeah, you ain't going to make her love you. And she's a Chihuahua. That is not going to happen. And so every time my mother-in-law comes to the house, she bites her. Every time.
Hey Ben, what were you drinking? What'd you pour, man?
I let her.
Pardon?
What'd you pour earlier?
I mixed Ugadal with like one from my Red Deer
Oh, okay.
Grain Hedge. It's like
I saw
10
you
minutes
poured
away.
a few. I was like, I had to ask that question. So
Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
It's a great local product that's at 56.6%.
oh, nice.
Very nice.
I got
Local
the
Alberta single malt.
I got a clearance special for Canadian whiskey, 21-year-old, 52%. It's called Proof and Wood from Canada, and I got it for $30, and it's
Dang.
pretty good. It's
Cheap.
pretty good. Normally it's $100, so
I think
Yeah.
I might have to add more Ugadal to this. I don't know. We'll see.
Ugodal. I was an Ardbeg fan like back in the days, but I'll say in the last 5 years, I banned it in my house, man.
Yeah.
And just because
Well,
I've
it
been
was
so disappointed.
about 15 years ago when my brother got into it, he only ever bought Lagavulin 16, Glenrothes,
Okay.
the Select Reserve, and Ugadal. Then the Select Reserve went discontinued about 4 years ago, 5 years
Right.
ago.
Because like for me, I went from Ugodal over to Lefroy, and I've been happy ever since. But Ugodal,
Hey,
or I should say, Ardbeg, if they
JD,
check themselves, it'll be better.
JD, have you had the Elements series yet?
Which one?
Well, fellas,
The Lefroy Elements.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I don't mind that one.
Oh,
You taking off?
yes, sir. I got to be up about 6 o'clock in the morning or so, so I better cut out here
Take care,
we
man.
got
before I
about
drink too damn much.
That's okay. We got about 5 minutes before we shut it down. We only
Oh, okay.
We only got
Well,
about 2 hours in this.
Peace, love, and whiskey, y'all.
All right, man.
Great hanging out with you, and I appreciate
Cheers.
you having me hang out with you.
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Thanks for joining,
thanks.
Mark. We appreciate it.
We'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy.
Yep.
Awesome, buddy. Oh man.
Yeah, we try to keep it at a level that's like somewhat available for someone to go back in and peek around and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They see 4 hours. They're like,
there you
whoa.
go, JD.
That's not Klein Leash 14. Oh, excuse me.
I think I got about 3 or 4 Kilkerran samples. I just need to go through a flight of them.
So this is 57. This is
That's
55.7.
is that bourbon? That's a bourbon finish, right?
This is all old bourbon. This is all
Yeah. Okay.
like 2016 through 2019. This is all before the shit hit the fan with the 57.1.
Now, I mean, the key question is that cork piece of crap or is it the good one still?
Good enough. Made
Okay.
it pop.
Because some of those corks at that time were terrible, man.
Well, listen, I have gone through. I have most of the 8-year-old, and there are several of the earlier bottles that I listen. It was another one of those things where they sat on the shelves, and I could just go frickin' buy them whenever I wanted for $60, you know.
Mhm.
And for me, Campbelltown, I love Kilcare and ex-bourbon.
Oh, and anything from that region, I just enjoy. I don't care if you like peated, light peated, non-peated.
But this,
I'm drinking it.
this.
But Zach, if I can get a Glen Scotia Harbor, I need to send that bottle to you because it is the best $23 bottle I've ever had in my life.
Really?
I mean, literally, it's an NAS. I mean, everything you can say that it's wrong about it is so perfect about it because it's $23. It's Glen Scotia. It's a Harbor NAS. It's colored. It's at 80% proof, but it hits so much better. It feels like it's 100 proof, and it feels like so complex for a cheesy low entry level bottle.
Wow.
And I've drinking probably like 30 of them already with, of course, friends and
That's
family.
nuts,
So
man. That's nuts. Because very
It's-
rarely do you ever find Glen Scotia drinks overproof.
yeah. Well, nobody knows about the Harbor. Nobody knows about the Glen Scotia Harbor because they don't advertise it. It's only for a year market, so you'll never get it. So it's entry level, and I sent a bottle to Ken. And he absolutely just it's fun. He's just so
Freak
bored.
out.
Oh yeah, he's like, in Australia, I think it's 120 Aussie dollars for that bottle. I'm like, what? $120 for that bottle? It's like
crazy.
$23-4 here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Stupid.
They're nuts over there, man. Listen, their tax structure
Yes.
is purposefully prohibitive.
Yep.
You know, they're taking New Zealand's lead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Listen, New Zealand's horrible. Like, it's a beautiful fucking country, but they don't want to let you do anything.
Australia, Canada, and New Zealand are just terrible in taxes, man.
Unnecessarily, in my opinion. You know, listen. I can understand. You know, I can understand. Like,
Sleep? Yep. But yeah.
All right, guys. We're at like
awesome.
the last little catch. So,
Cool, man.
dude,
Yep.
so glad to have you guys on. What the hell is that?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Seriously, we
Been a few
seriously
months
appreciate
or
it.
several months.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you guys coming on and support. So to join that, go in there to that email list, and you'll find the information when that all stuff happens.
Definitely.
Merch drops. You know, all of the drops are going to go out through that email distribution. So just let us know, and when the store's back up, that'll be the first email sent. So
Yeah. Hey, Zach and Bobby, hey, send me the information for you.
KD, I will send everybody.
Bobby's got it all. Bobby's got all three of
them.
them.
Yeah, so give me information. I'll send you the blind samples of the bourbon / Scotch, and you guys can do a blind sample.
We'll do a blind sample.
Oh.
And of course, I'll pull the bottles out, which I pour.
Yeah, we'll have you on there, and we'll just make it us four doing a blind sample. And have
Yeah, and I want to see what your take on some of these bottles I have that you probably never tried. So I just want to see your take on it. So.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun.
If you like it for all beads, and I might like something that you might hate, so be it. But hopefully, what I have, like I have a Aaron Renegade here.
It's gonna have to be really, really bad for me to hate it because there's not much. I have had some though.
Let's just put it this way: I've gotten better with my Scotch.
And douche from Illinois sent me a Lincoln, and I used that to make a blue fireball out of my fire pit. It was terrible.
Nice. But yeah, keep in touch with me so I can see you guys sample, so I can do that stuff with you guys.
All right, man. Ben, good seeing you, brother.
Ben, good.
Always.
Good.
Watch out for the mooses. Be careful.
Yeah, watch out for the mooses. All right,
the
man.
Mooses and everybody. The Mounties, right? You gotta watch out for the Mooses and the Mounties.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Appreciate y'all.